I just built Lego's brand new Rivendell set, and here's my quick review. This is by far one of the best building experiences I've had from a Lego set. I was initially worried that parts of the build, like placing the tiles on the roof and the leaves on the trees, would be tedious. But the set is filled with so many sophisticated techniques and satisfying individual builds that kept me engaged the whole time, without fatigue ever settling in. The build splits into 3 parts. The instructions have you build the 2 side parts first, then the middle last. But I decided to build from left to right since I was eager to complete the full building first. The interior accurately recreates a lot of the scenes we see in the movies, and gives you many options to recreate your favourite moments. Unexpectedly though, it was the right side of the build that I ended up finding to be the most enjoyable section. The water, armoury, bridge, gazebo and trees were all satisfying little builds that when combined bring to life the beautiful natural elements of Rivendell that we see in the movies. The set comes with only 2 small sticker sheets, which will be a sigh of relief for most people, I think. I really hope we get to see 2 physical minifigures for Isildur and Sauron depicted here in the near future. Speaking of Sauron, there is a nice Easter egg of his great eye fixed directly underneath the One Ring here in the Council of Elrond. There are some great new elements for the set. I especially love this fern piece, which not only helps better represent Rivendell, but also New Zealand where the films were shot. The silver fern is a common fern endemic to our country, which is also used as a symbol to represent us internationally. These new specialised weapons are also a very nice inclusion in this set. I really hope all of the weapons are released in more affordable sets in the future. I know there has been great emphasis by many reviewers placed on the use of hot dog and ice block pieces used to make the chairs for the council, but the way that figures without bendable legs are given alternative parts to let them sit here is more impressive to me. Using the headlight bricks with 1x1 plates in the end was simply ingenious, and still looks proportionate to the short legs they are supposed to recreate, although a little awkward from behind. I'm very glad too that the designers were able to recreate Gandalf and Elrond's robe pieces out of bricks, rather than just giving them alternative pairs of bendable legs, as it allows us to recreate the council scene beautifully. These statue figures are also a great inclusion. I can see them being used in many future mocks. The hobbits all look great, but it's the new dual moulded legs and the decision to switch Sam and Merry's hairpieces to be more accurate to their on-screen appearances that really elevate these figures above their original counterparts. It's also our first time getting Bilbo, and he is a fantastic figure. I cannot say the same for the other figures though. The new elven hairpieces look great on Elrond and the 2 generic elves, but look awkward to me on Legolas and Arwen. And while it's awesome that Gimli's new beard piece allows for him to have hair over the top, it also looks very awkward seeing the large gap the helmet leaves over the back of the beard. The face prints on the rest of the Fellowship look slightly more cartoonish than the original head prints. None so more than Gandalf, who is given a generic, grumpy Lego head compared to his original one with those magnificent eyebrows. It also looks like not much effort was put into Gloin, who wears similar armour to Gimli in his brief appearance in the Fellowship of the Ring, but is given this weird grey torso in the set. I don't want it to sound like I hate these figures, because I still really like them, but there's just a bit of bias from me, since I would say the quality of the original Lego Lord of the Rings figures were some of the best Lego have ever made. I also don't want my feeling on the figures to detract from my feelings on the set, because this is one of the best Lego sets I've ever had the pleasure of building, and I hope a lot of people go out and buy it, so that it will become the catalyst for getting more sets from this theme. I also want to mention that if you have an IKEA Rodster cabinet, like I do, then the set fits in pretty well, but you will just have to remove a few pieces as it is ever so slightly too tall. I also left in a little hint in this shot to my next video. Let me know in the comments if you see it.